Hey there guys, welcome to How We Know We're Alive. This is a pixelated game, as you can see, and if you know about me at all, you know that I am immediately interested in a game that has pixel graphics. I love pixel graphics. This, however, is what's described as like a melancholic, kind of really heartfelt game. As you can probably tell by the title, really. It's about an aspiring writer who I think goes back to her hometown, and hears about, like, the fate of an estranged friend, I believe, if I'm remembering the description correctly. It's been on my list for a while. Oh. Oh, I guess it plays a scene. Isn't that fun? That's fun. Okay. I thought it just went crazy for a second. But yeah, it's supposed to be about an hour long, point and click. I mean, the pixel style really is what got me into it, but it just sounds like a really good game anyway, so let's just do it. Looks really well made, just looks really cool, and I hope it doesn't make me cry, but we'll see. I'm usually not a big crier when it comes to games, but you never know. How stunning is it, though? Oh my god. Maria2213. Hey, what you up to? Look at this. Isn't this so nice? Oh, man. Hey, how's it going? How's Stockholm? Oh, I forgot to say, this is, taking place in Sweden. So if I pronounce things wrong and stuff, please forgive me. Hey, it's been a while. Give me news. What's new with you? Lots of love. Sorry, just totally swamped at the office these days. Let's speak soon. So we have Maria and Sarah, it looks like. I ran into Petter the other day. Do you remember him? Would you believe he's a mechanic now? So much for his punk band, lol. Anyway, life's okay on my end. Not much to report. Would be so nice to catch up properly soon. Hey, let me know when might be a good time for a catch-up. Sarah, there's something I want to talk to you about. Can you call me as soon as you can? ASAP, when you get this, if that's okay. It's really important. So sorry I missed this. I'm stuck at the office. And probably will be all weekend. Next week will be better, I hope. Oh, I was like, where am I? Oh, I'm already gonna pronounce this wrong. Harunga? Hello, Harunga. It's not great to see you, to be honest. Guess I'll check if the flower shop is still open. Look at that, I can walk around now. Oh, as much as I'd like to leave, I have to get into town. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Look at that. How lovely is this? Harunga Centrum. Generous to call this the center of anywhere. Yes. End of the line. Can't even change my mind and go back home for another hour. Anything else I can click on? Nothing? Okay. God, look at how beautiful this is. The reflection of the water and stuff is so nice. Ooh. Yeah, no. Not about to walk out into the fields. That's fair enough. I don't know. Okay, so I don't have to, like, be close to something to click on it. I see. Long live the petrol station. The only place in town we could trick someone into selling us a beer when we were under 18. Piss weak, 3.5% beer. But beer all the same. I loved that little shrug that she did. That was awesome. God, this is so pretty! Oh my god! If anything, I just love... Oh, look at how beautiful this is! Click on objects to inspect them. If only Italians knew what we Swedes do to their beloved pizza. Tables. What was Maria's order? Something like pineapple and barbecue sauce? I would never admit it, but actually kind of delicious. Oh, so we're not Maria. This whole time I totally thought we were gonna be Maria. I guess we're Sarah. Pizzeria Verona. I don't miss exams, but I do miss our post-exam pizza ritual. I guess I could have told by the pink text, but I was like too wrapped up in the beautifulness of this to pay much attention to that. Car. My first boyfriend had a car just like this. In fact, this might even be his car. Better keep moving. Blue house. What was the name of the guy who used to live here? Sven something? Weird dude. Very into drones. That's funny. Okay. Greenhouse. The only house I ever persuaded Maria to throw an egg at on Halloween. She put a written apology through the door the next day. Bless her. That's funny. I just love the way it moves. Oh, man. That's a pretty house. I like all the plants and stuff. Maria's parents' house. Doesn't look like anybody's in. Same old curtains, though. This place always had a kind of sinister vibe. It looks like it's gotten worse. Yeah, I can see that. Did she say anything else? Oh, no. Okay. Recycling bin. A site of pilgrimage for the true main religion in Sweden. Recycling. Why does it look like that? Is that what they look like in Sweden? Looks like an igloo. The all-important alcohol vault. Closed on a Sunday, of course. I remember Maria's sister agreeing just once to buy us a bottle of wine. The cheapest rosé they had. Maria couldn't stand it and immediately threw up. Real. Wine is gross. So is beer. Everything's gross. It's always the same things. Lost cats, church meetings, and some for sale notices. Call Thomas. Great livestock for even better prices. I think I'll pass. Town monument. This monument commemorates the Great Hurunga Flood of 1997. 5 inches of water counts as a great flood, apparently. Only 5 inches? Like, I mean, that's like a lot of water, but still. Oh my god. Ice cream truck. I can hear the jingle just looking at it. Okay. Elsa. Good evening. Hold on. That's not Sarah, is it? Hello, Elsa. My goodness, it is you. I hardly recognized you. Must have been years since... 10 years, yes. 10 years. It goes fast at my age, I tell you. It doesn't feel like long enough to me. Damn. I feel like that's mean. I don't know enough about her to be mean to her. It doesn't feel like long enough to me. I fucking hate this place. Like, damn. But I imagine it does. It's kind of mean, too. To be like, oh, yeah, you're old. Of course time goes fast. I guess I'll say this. It doesn't feel like long enough for me. Now, that's no way to talk about your hometown. Oh, but... Is it the 12th today? Gosh, it's been a year already. I just need to buy some flowers, really. You can't go without flowers. No, certainly not. This bunch here is fine. Are you sure? I've got some lovely carnations in the back. I'm kind of in a hurry, Elsa. If you say so. And you're all right, are you? I'm fine. Thanks. Did you forget something, dear? No, I'd better be off. Damn, we have beef with this town? I mean, obviously she doesn't, you know, love her hometown, which, like, me either, girl. Me fucking either. I don't know enough about that old woman to say stuff like that. Ah, yes, Yosef. Consistently took the top spot in our rankings of the creepiest people in Harunga. He must be ancient now. ICA, the beating heart of all dead-end towns. As good a place to go and hang out as anywhere around here. Almost feels good to see it again, actually. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Wow, look at this, though. Oh, my God. Our windows. Look at the people. Pub Deset. Apparently, after the sign broke, they thought it would be cheaper to rename it instead of repairing it. Oh, boy. To this day, I can't hear "Take a Walk on the Wild Side" without thinking of Saturday night karaoke here. That is funny that they just renamed it. Alright, police station. The police station. I still have bad dreams of this place sometimes. Ooh, what's the tea? Ooh, church moment. Oh boy. Ah, of course. Where else would everyone be on a Sunday? A Sunday night? I have a vivid memory of sitting in the pews for graduation, promising myself it would be the last of the hundreds of hours I spent in here. I've really been looking forward to it. Do I keep going? I guess so. Fancy tune. Pretty damn fancy. I guess there has to be some reward for founding a shithole town like this. Grandparents' grave. Grandma and Grandpa's grave. Maybe I should have got flowers for them, too. I always found it strange that the only beautiful place in town was the one full of dead people. Not a fan of where this is going. God damn it. Yeah. Maria Berg, 1992 to 2019. And there are still so many paths I haven't trodden. Where is that from? I don't know what people do with gravestones. Is it weird if I speak to you? I want to speak to you. But also, I don't know what to say. Hi, Maria. I miss you, I guess is the first thing. And I'm sorry I wasn't here for the funeral. It wasn't my fault. I couldn't get back in time. I just couldn't face it. I was too wrapped up in my own feelings. I would say that's probably the most accurate. I was too wrapped up in my own feelings. So, here you are. You really never did leave, after all. Just... why? Sorry. But you should have come with me. You wouldn't be here if you just... We had it all planned out. I guess it doesn't matter now. I just can't help feeling angry with you. How could you have let this place keep you? I guess it doesn't matter now, really. Puppy. I quite like this dress. You do? No, it's crap, isn't it? So what are you wearing? Don't make me stand here looking terrible all on my own. Where's your outfit? Oh, I'll decide on something later. Nothing fits properly. No, you're right. We should be focusing on what actually matters. Booking the tickets. Yeah. So I was thinking we should get the bus to Stockholm on Friday and... Sarah. What? Sarah, I'm... pregnant. What? You're... pregnant. Pregnant? Yes, pregnant. Jesus. Yes. Okay, okay. And it's that guy's? Jacob? Or Jakob? Okay, it's fine. Don't panic. We can sort this out. We can make an appointment. I don't need an appointment, Sarah. I'm going to have a baby. I've thought about it a lot, and it's what we want to do. I'm actually really excited. Wait. What do you mean, we? Me and Jakob. You mean your parents? Those Jesus freaks can't make you do this, Maria. No one is making me do anything. But how is this going to work with us going to Stockholm? We aren't going to Stockholm. No, we aren't. I don't think I can now. Maria. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I wasn't sure how to tell you or when. I know how much this means. Look, you can't have a baby. You can't have one just because this backwards Bible-bashing town expects you to keep it. You aren't listening to what I'm saying, Sarah. Well, I should at least thank you for giving me the heads up. Sarah, I have to go. I have tickets to book. Tale as old as time in a small town, dude. Ugh. I have to say some Magnus lore, dude. I grew up in a small town. Not like a teeny tiny town, mind you. But definitely not a city by any means at all. And it was definitely much smaller when I was a kid. It's not really much of a small town anymore. They've built so much stuff there, and they keep building and building and building. So when I go visit now, it's insane every time I go back, because it's not at all like the town I grew up in. And I grew up in, like, the township, right? Like, we couldn't get a membership to the community center without paying extra because we were too far out of town, but we were still, like, within the zip codes of the town. Raised on a tiny, like, little farm. Like, I was raised in small town, and there are still people that I went to high school with that never moved from the same town. They're still there, like, married with kids, and, like, I'm not necessarily, like, friends with any of them, but, like, I could go on their social media and stuff and, like, see them, and it just always strikes me as, like, for me personally, that's my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is staying in that town my whole life, never living anywhere else, never doing anything else. Having kids? Oh! I am not a kid. I don't ever want kids, ever. So I'm glad, like, I moved out of the state. I'm not living even in the same state as my hometown. But, like, this is very relatable to me personally, because, God, I know so many people who would have had this same exact, like, life. Getting pregnant young, especially. Getting pregnant young, and then just staying in the same town forever and ever and ever, and never going out and doing anything else. And here's the thing, is, like, if that's what you truly want to do, if you know for a fact that's going to make you happy, then by all means do it. Like, I'm not saying it's necessarily, like, a bad thing as a whole, but for me personally, speaking for myself, that is a goddamn nightmare. And I relate to this character so hard because it feels like that's exactly what she thinks. Like, staying in this small town with all these religious people, relatable, and being there forever is, like, the worst thing. And it's so, I relate to that hard. And this just sucks that, like, she did get very, very busy at work and stuff because, you know, she moved and she decided to get a job in the city and kind of make work her priority. Ugh, it's very sad, and I think it's hitting home, especially for me, because I relate to a lot of what's going on. Anyway, that text the night you died, what did you want to tell me? I just can't let it go. And this all seems... And why would you be out driving on that road? I've been thinking about it and thinking about it for the last year, and it just doesn't seem like an accident to me. Oh, goodness. It really is you. Lena? Wow. Sorry, didn't expect to see me at my little sister's grave on the anniversary of her death. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. With the rain, I wasn't expecting anyone here. You know that's not what I meant. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Oh, I'm sure. I must say, I'm surprised to see you, too. Given that we didn't see you at the funeral. I'm sorry. I wish I could have been there. She missed you a lot, you know. I missed her, too. Life just gets so busy, doesn't it? So little time to check in on dear old friends, right? We had fallen a little out of touch, yeah. That's one way of putting it. Do you see much of her family? Her son, Johannes, and, Jakob? I've been helping him out with Johannes from time to time. A terrible age to lose a parent. I can't imagine. So what keeps you so busy in the city? I'm a copywriter at an advertising firm. I'm in charge of the copy for some big accounts at my firm, writing mostly. This feels the most correct. I'm a copywriter at an advertising firm. Good for you. That line there, and there are still so many paths I haven't trodden. Where's it from? Oh, it's from a poem she wrote. One of the cheerier ones. It's beautiful. Yes, she never gave up on the writing. She turned her old bedroom into a sort of study. It's full of the stuff. I don't think poor Jakob's had the heart to move any of it yet. And of course, there was the writing group that Gunnell started. I'm sure you remember her. Unfortunately, yes. What else was she up to before she... Well, you know, same old Maria. Mothering, church. Church? Yes, Sarah, church. I didn't know she was religious. I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest. Oh, when did the God Botherers get her? I'm a little surprised. I dare say there are lots of things you don't know about what Maria's life was like here after you left. Look, I kind of want to spend some time with my sister now. It was nice to see you. God, what a... But I guess it's not so long ago her mom died as well. And it's not like she ever particularly liked me. She was always blaming me when Maria got in trouble. Christ. I just need to know. What happened to you, Maria? What did this town do to you? It's time to find out. Do I go this way? I shouldn't disturb her. And I'd rather not give her one more reason to hate my guts. Okay. Dude. I'm also like... Is it... It's so hard to be like, is that really, really what she wanted? To stay here forever and like go to church and just be a church mom? Because it feels like her and Sarah just like both wanted to go to the city and get out of the town, but then she totally changed her mind. Either that or she was playing it up for Sarah, kind of, and it's never really what she wanted, and it's so hard to tell which she really was, like, which is the real Maria. Maybe I should talk to Gunnel about the writing club she and Maria were in. Although I can think of a few things worse than talking to Gunnel. Surely she can't still work at the supermarket in town. Frankly, I'm surprised that old bat's still alive. Okay, so supermarket. That's sort of how it is, though, in small towns. It's like people who have been there forever will just do the same thing for years and years and years. And that's all they'll do. Now, there's a strange sight. Teach! Sorry, that sounds weird now. You always watched too many American movies. It's just Philip now. Oh my god. I can guess why you're back. I think you can, yeah. Awful tragedy. Such a waste of potential. She always liked you, you know. Oh, I do know. Maria and I became rather good friends of a kind. I teach her son Johannes now, as a matter of fact. Oh, right. He's very bright, too. Knocked sideways by recent events, of course. But what have you been up to in Stockholm all these years? Writing? I do hope it wasn't only Maria who kept the dream alive. Yeah. Yep, still writing for an ad agency now. And it's all going well down there? Yeah. It's a little lonely. It's a little lonely, but it's alright. Well, it's always nice to see an old student. I imagine you have lots of people to catch up with, so I won't keep you. I'm going to stay and watch the game here if you're at a loose end later on. Thanks, yeah. Although, you'll find it hard not to run into your old sparring partner, Officer Nilsson, around here. Oh god, Sten Nilsson is still... I'm surprised, to be honest. You and me both. Dreadful, really, that he was the one to break the news to us all about Maria. Oh god, I'm so sorry. He was the first policeman at the scene of the crash. Only made sense, I suppose. Teach. Sorry, Philip. Yes? Does Gunnel still work at the ICA? Oh yes, sounds like perhaps you'll have several places to avoid today. Well, see you later, maybe. Take care, Sarah. Thanks, you too. Such a waste of potential. Keeping the dream alive. Could Teach see it? That there was another life you wanted to lead? Now, which torture would I like to subject myself to first? Have my ear chewn off by Gunnel at the supermarket? Or endure Officer Nilsson's attempts at humor at the police station? Guess the ICA has candy at least. I say the supermarket first. Feels like the more promising lead. So I guess the ICA is the supermarket, which I did not know. Hello, Gunnel. Who's that? It's Sarah. Sarah who? I know you remember me, Gunnel. I see a lot of people in my line of work. Don't remember all of them. Just whatever. I need to ask you something. Oh, hold on. Are you the girl who left town? Yes. The one who ran off with another woman? The lesbian? Ugh, Gunnel, just listen. Oh, it was awful. Breaking your parents' heart like that? You... Dude. Of course. Just to add another layer to the small town trauma, dude. Oh, I feel that so fucking hard. Oh my god. Can I please just ask you something? I suppose so. Depends on what it is. Look, you're in a writing group. I'm a founding member of the Harunga writing group, yes. If you wanted to join, I'd have to ask the rest of the group. We don't take just anybody. I don't want to join. I want to ask you about Maria. Ah, yes. Such a shame. Yes, but she was in the group too? Oh, yes, yes. She was a good enough writer. If only she hadn't written about such dreary, awful things. Like what? Oh, it was always death this, death that. Depressing. And before she died? She was writing about that kind of thing? Well, to be perfectly honest, I can't say. She didn't have the decency to turn up to the session that week. She didn't show up? The week before she died? And we're very clear that non-attendance should be announced before. Why didn't she come? She didn't say. But Callie, you know Callie? Odd family. He has that wife who was from some oriental place. Weird woman. Stop, please. What about Callie? He said he'd seen her around that week, all out of sorts. What do you mean? Head in the clouds, distracted by something? That's what I heard. Not herself. Why are you asking? Weren't you two thick as thieves? So you do remember me. A little, I suppose. It was rude of her not to tell us she wasn't going to come. Okay, I'm done. You. Bye, Gunnel. Well, you're welcome. So I hate her. God, I'd like to give her a piece of my mind one day. Another time. If I ever come back here, that is. Not herself. I wonder why she didn't go to her writing group. Okay. Time to talk to the Chief Inspector Dickhead. Oh, God. It's starting to feel very much like she really did not like her life here. And the accident was not an accident. Alright. Here we go. There he is. Sten Nilsson, at your service. Hello, Sten. Well. If it isn't little Miss City Slicker. Sarah will do. Bet they don't know about your delinquent past down in Stockholm, do they? Still shoplifting? I was 14, Sten. Once a thief, always a thief, they say. Come to turn yourself in, is it? A night in the cells for old time's sake? I wanted to ask you about Maria. Oh, yes. The anniversary. Took you long enough to come pay your respects. What I do is none of your business. Everything in this town is my business, young lady. But go on then, fire away. You're the one who was called to the scene, right? Of the crash? I was, yes. Where was it? Don't you know? You really did cast us all off, didn't you? Please just answer the question. Gosh, I wonder why I wanted to do that. And I don't have to put up with this. Please just answer the question. As you please. It was out on the main road, south to Stockholm, about an hour down. Why on earth would Maria be out on that road? Am I a mind reader, Sarah? So what happened? Oh, you know how fast it gets dark this time of year. And that old road. Branch in the way or something. She skidded off the side and into the rocks below. Good thing it was me who got the call, really. Telling the family should always be left to someone senior. I'm head of the precinct these days, you know? Right. Can I get back to my work now? You can get back to scratching your ass, yeah. If you continue to disrespect this office, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Suits me just fine. Damn. Oh, I could never say something like that to someone. Chief of the precinct, my God. What was she doing out on that road? Lena said Jakob hasn't cleared the things from her old room. Why they decided to live in her parents' creepy old house, I cannot imagine. Maybe I should talk to Jakob. I wonder what he's like now. I really like this game so far, though. The storyline is way more compelling than I thought it was going to be. God, it's so beautiful. I am so in love with this style. And I think also I'm enjoying it even more because a lot of it is so relatable to me. Oh boy. Elsa got anything to say? Oh no, okay. Oh my God. I like this even better than I thought I was going to. Man, oh man. Being a writer too? Ah, literally me! Literally me! Oh my God. Good old Bible Basher HQ. Maria's room used to be on the second floor. But... Oh, okay. Hello? Door seems to be open. You're just gonna walk in? Hello? Oh. Sarah? What are you doing here? I didn't mean to barge in. The door was open. Yeah, they usually are around here. Sorry, maybe this is a bad time. I can... No, it's fine. Sorry, I just wasn't expecting you. I'm just back for the day, really. Okay. May I come in? Sure, of course. Come into the dining room. Pretty strange to be back in this house. I can imagine. Would you like a coffee? Only if you're making some, that'd be nice. Sure. This is too awkward. Oh, shit. Oh. Hello. You must be Johannes. Yes. Nice to meet you, Johannes. I mean, we've met before, but only once, and you were very small. Well, anyway, where's my dad? He's in the kitchen. Do you want me to get him for you? No, it's okay. Seems like we're out of coffee. I haven't really had time. Oh, don't worry. Johannes is so big now. Yeah. And shy. Today is not a good day. Of course. How are you? Oh, you know. Today is... I understand. But I'm alright. That's good. Feels like another lifetime when I was last here. What year is Johannes in now? 4th grade. Oh my god, that's so old. I thought he was gonna be so much younger. Like, obviously 4th grade's not old, but you know what I mean? Like, I thought he was gonna be a much younger kid. God damn. He's getting stuck into his hockey. We both have, really. Good distraction. Right, yeah. Why are you here, Sarah? In Harunga. Couldn't make it last year. Just seemed like the right time. I had business nearby. I couldn't make it last year. Right. Jakob, do you think it would be okay if I had a look at Maria's old room? I'm afraid it's not very tidy. I haven't really got around to. No, that's okay. Sure, if you want to. Thanks. It's up the stairs, and you remember where it is, of course. I won't be long. Yeah. And I am also very, very interested in, yeah, because on the phone, she just was like, oh, I have something really important, like, call me ASAP. And it's like, God, what was that about? Maria. That top she's wearing. I can't remember if it was mine and she stole it, or I just borrowed it so often that it felt like mine. God, this is so cool, artistically. Oh, so awesome. Oh god. It hasn't changed at all. That's... sad. It's like some sort of weird shrine to her youth in here. Even the sheets are the same. It's very pretty. I like the lights and stuff. A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula Calagun? She was always trying to get me to read her stuff. I'm not sure why I never did. Photograph. There we are. Is it gonna be the, like, opening, like, the opening of the game, like, where they're sitting on the car? Sure is. It always looks so small from up here. It is small. It's tiny. I'm going to miss these forests, though. They've got plenty of forests in Stockholm, Maria. And anyway, we won't have time. Between the literary festivals and the parties, we're not going to be very successful writers if all we do is go to parties. I'll write the great American novel in the mornings. American? It's a figure of speech, Maria. You're going to love it. Speaking of love, you're such a dick. How's your new moped guy? What's his name? You know his name. J something. Jakob. Right. It's good. I like him. Huh. You think he's stupid. I didn't say anything. No, but I know what you think. Look, I didn't say... It's okay. You just happen to be wrong about him, that's all. Okay, if you say so. How long is it now? 11 months, Sarah. 11 months. Leaving this shithole can't come soon enough. Okay, anything else? Just the papers? She really was still writing. Poetry, mostly, looks like. How long a road must lie ahead between the light and me. Is this what you wrote about, Maria? Is that it? Or am I missing something? What's this? Something under the bed or something? A systemboligate receipt for 2 bottles of vodka. Wait, is it the night she died? This is from... It is. It's from the day she died. She used to hate vodka. Why would she? I should go. I don't imagine Jakob wants me hanging around too long. Must be quite nostalgic for you. The room, I mean. It was. Jakob, I hope you don't mind me asking. Where were you and Johannes on the day that... Well, on this day last year? We were at a hockey game, actually. It seems impossible to think about us enjoying ourselves that afternoon now. But Maria got us tickets to a hockey game. She usually comes too, but she said it was a special father-son treat. I'm so sorry, Jakob. Thank you. It's... Good luck back in the city. Thank you for having me. So she got them out of town on purpose. So on the afternoon that she died, Maria sent them off to a hockey game. Because she wanted them out of the way. This is insane. The police would have investigated the possibility that... But the police means Officer Nilsson. He easily could have just assumed it was a road accident, without really thinking about the alternatives. That is true. Where am I going now? Back to the police station? Or is Elsa gonna stop us, do you think? Yep. Elsa? Yes, my dear? Can you remember? Mind like a steel trap I've got. Don't let the wrinkles fool you. Did you happen to see Maria on the day she died? I did. Must have been one of the last people to do so, I would say. She was coming back this way. Funny look about her. What do you mean funny? All sneaky looking. Mind you, I'd look sneaky too. If I was off buying great big bottles of alcohol in the middle of the afternoon. Of course, it's easy enough to keep tabs on who's a little too fond of the drink in these parts, standing here all days as I do. She had a systemboligate bag, didn't she? She did. point blank refused to tell me what she had all that drink for. I'm no busybody, you know. I do it for the public good. Okay, okay. Thanks, Elsa. Bye-bye now. Surely someone else has put 2 and 2 together. I should speak to Lena. But why would she not have said it? Hopefully she's still at the grave. I was gonna say, are we gonna talk to the sister? I was right. Sister is not our biggest fan, though. Oh, the teacher, maybe? He's still out here. I thought I might see you again. I'm kind of in a hurry. Cigarette? No, thanks. Are you alright? You seem... just a little odd to be back, that's all. I can only imagine. Philip, do you happen to remember what you were doing this evening last year? Do I remember? Goodness. I'm not sure how I could forget. Where were you when you heard? Where? Has nobody... Gosh, no, I suppose you wouldn't know. I was at Maria's house. We all were. I mean, I was, and Johannes, and Jakob, and a few of Maria's other friends. What? And why? I wish I knew. It was all quite mysterious. She invited us all to come round that evening. But she wouldn't quite say why. What did she say? She said that all would be revealed, but we weren't allowed to know beforehand. So we were all there at 7, like she asked. Of course, she never arrived. Instead, we got Officer Sten at the door with the awful news. What did you think you were all there for? It's odd. In all the shock of what happened, I haven't really thought about it much. I guess I assumed she wanted to tell us something. Did she gather them all there to specifically have the police break the news to them? Like she planned that? Must have been terrible. Of course it was. But it was strangely a kind of blessing. That we were all together. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Almost as if she knew. I need to find Lena. No problem. Give her my best. Yeah, that's way too suspicious. She planned it all out for sure. I could have helped. I could have stopped you. Why did nobody else stop me? How can I make it up to you? What should I do? You deserve for people to know the truth. No matter how painful it is to hear. Yeah, I don't know. That's such a hard situation. It's like, I guess they deserve to know the truth, but it would make them feel worse, you know what I mean? Lena. Hello, Sarah. I need to talk to you. Are you alright? You look... No, I'm not alright. I have to tell you something. Excuse me? Listen to me. Listen to what? Why could nobody see that Maria killed herself? Sarah, I think we need to have a serious conversation. Yes, we do. This shithole town hounded her to death. She drove her car off the road after getting blind drunk to get away from her life, and nobody even realized. She got trapped here by a pregnancy that you all made her keep, and it finally got too much for her. All the God-fearing hypocrisy, all the nastiness and the narrow-minded crap, that has always been the bread and butter in this place. I should have been there for her, but so should everybody else. And just letting it slide like the fucking idiot police didn't bother to investigate her death properly, so that everyone can carry on thinking they didn't have a hand in it, it's not good enough. It's not what she deserved. Are you finished? I'm sorry, I'm just really angry and... No, Sarah. You're not angry. I am angry. I've never heard How dare you come here today and say a thing like that? Do you have any idea? No. Well, that's the problem, isn't it? You have no idea. What are you talking about? Oh, God, you haven't said this to anyone else? No, I haven't said. I think you need to leave, Harunga. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm going. Yes, you are. But you're going to come with me first. You need to see something. What? What do I need to? Just shut up and walk. You've done enough talking. Do you think maybe she was, like, terminally ill or something? And that's why she did it? And the sister knows? I don't want to go in there. I don't care what you want. What's up with the number? There's an Evensong service tonight for Maria, which you didn't know, of course. You don't know the first thing about Maria. Look around. Look at all these candles people have lit. Flowers, letters, pictures of her. You thought because she chose to stay in this small town, she couldn't possibly be enjoying her life? Because she wasn't slaving away in Stockholm? For a one-bedroom apartment and a failed career as a writer? How's it going, your wonderful life? Did you really think she had nothing? Did you think she wasn't mourned by countless people here that you never bothered to get to know? No, that's not... Shut up. My sister had a full, rich life here. She loved and was loved enormously. Did you come up here for one day in the last decade? Think you've seen something we were all too thick to work out? Lena, I'm sorry, but the evidence... Evidence? Is this a game to you? Come home to play detective? Go on then, tell me. What's your evidence that my beautiful baby sister did not in fact die in a tragic accident? One that we've all spent the last year desperately coming to terms with? Look, if you don't want to hear it, I understand. You understand nothing. But go on, let's have it then. Well, all the vodka she bought. I found receipts from the day she died in her room. She was acting strangely that day, making sure Jakob and Johannes were out of town. All those dark poems she wrote. And the party. She gathered you all together so that when she died... Are we finished? You'll have to forgive my rural ignorance here, but I wasn't aware that writing poems on dark themes meant you were suicidal. And the party? You want to know what the party was about? She'd been working on a book. She sent samples to an agent who wanted to take her on. So she was going to throw a surprise party to tell everyone. Anything suspicious about that, officer? But why did Philip not tell me that? I never told him. It would have broken his heart. No, I don't have to explain myself to you. But that's wonderful news. As if you care. And all this wasted life because she was going to see... She's gonna go see her, right? What? Nothing. Go home, Sarah. What was she going to see? You don't deserve to know. You, who couldn't even be bothered to text her 1 month to the next. Lena, please. You. She was going to see you. She said you were stuck in your office all weekend. So she was going to go shopping in the city and surprise you with her news in person. And then get back in time for the surprise party. I told her it was ridiculous. But she was set on it. Convinced you'd want to share in this moment with her. Because she didn't give up on your friendship, Sarah. So yes, that's why she was out alone on that road. Because of you. I don't know what to say. I do. You were so arrogant that you thought it was impossible that living here could make someone happy. That having a house and a son and a family could make someone complete. I'm so sorry. I thought I was doing the right thing. No, you didn't. You came here to see what you wanted to see. And what you wanted to see was confirmation that you chose the right path. And that she didn't. Lena, I'm so sorry. Don't be. I'm sorry for thinking you might have changed. The service will be starting soon, and I don't think it's appropriate for you to be here. Goodbye, Sarah. But then what was the vodka for? Did she explain what the vodka was all for then? Why did she buy a shit ton of vodka then? Is it for the party? Why would... I don't... And then why would she send Jakob and Johannes out? That part doesn't really make sense to me either. Like, she could have just been like, oh, I'm gonna go see my friend. Like, I don't understand, like, why the secrecy about that and, like, whatever. Like, those two things I definitely don't really understand. And, like, the dark story, like, dark poems and stuff, too. I still do find a little suspicious. I mean, the sister is right. Like, you don't have to have suicidal thoughts to write, like, depressing stuff. But still, it's like, if she was so happy, why is it all she wrote? And why, you know... I don't know. I'm sort of stuck in the middle, in a sense. I don't know if I'm supposed to be going this way or not, also. Like, I don't necessarily doubt... Like, I don't think she necessarily regretted her choices. But I'm thinking also maybe she wasn't... Like, she was sort of thinking of maybe, like, a what if. You know, what if I had left? What if, you know... And maybe that's where some kind of darker feelings came from, is like a what if situation. Maria, I have nothing to. I can't excuse myself. And it hurts because if you were here, you would. Forgive me for all my selfishness, my stupidity. Because you were just the most... But Lena's right. I hardly knew you at all. But that's the thing, isn't it? You aren't here. And if you were, none of this would have... And if I had been there for you, you might still be here. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry not to have deserved our friendship better. I love you. And I can't believe I left it this late to make it clear. I really do. Even though I'm so bad at it. Goodbye, Maria. And congratulations, too. I bet it was beautiful. Dude, that sucks so fucking bad. Oh my god. Am I walking? Okay. Like, also, I want to clarify. What I meant by being sort of in the middle is, like... I was also very convinced that maybe she did kill herself. And I'm not saying that she did, because obviously Lena wiped that all away. But I'm sort of thinking that maybe she was sort of in the middle. So, I mean, clearly it did seem like an accident, and she didn't do it on purpose. But also you can still, like I said, have those sort of what-ifs. And it doesn't seem like the story is necessarily leaning that way, but at least for me personally, that's sort of what it feels like. Is maybe Maria was just in a mindset of what if, and that's her poetry is sort of where she let her negative feelings out. Like, she wasn't necessarily unhappy in her life, but it's a huge thing to get pregnant young like that and then, like, get married and stuff and not think, what if I didn't, you know? Like, what if I had moved to the city? What if I had a completely different life? Because she had been planning on that, and then she changed her mind, which is fine. But what ifs are always gonna happen with stuff like that. Also, am I supposed to be clicking on anything? The mouse is up, so I just don't want to miss anything. Are we walking up to the spot with the car to look out over the town? Yep. Aw, man, that's how it ends? Ugh. How we know we're alive. God, what a good game. Ugh. That's... oh, man. It hurts my heart a lot. But in, like, a good... like, it's really good. That was awesome. That was way better than I even thought it was going to be. I think the writing is fantastic. It sort of gives me the same vibe as Night in the Woods. Obviously a lot less, like, goofy silly than Night in the Woods, but it still has that sort of same vibe, if that makes sense. Like, do you understand? Are you getting what I'm saying? Do you also understand? God, style, gorgeous. Music is really good. Writing is fantastic. Compelling storyline. I mean, hugely relatable to me personally, and I'm sure a lot of other people too. God, that was... oh man. It's so nice to play like a little... this is free, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned, this is a free game. This is totally free. And it's so nice to find something like this that's sort of like a little hidden gem. Like something that I'm like kind of interested in, but then I play it and I'm like, wow, that was awesome, you know? And it's also nice because I did play a couple of other new games that I just didn't enjoy. So it's even better that I found something now that I'm like, yes. Yes. Good. I like this. Yeah, obviously not really a happy ending, but, you know, on the storyline, I knew it wasn't really gonna be, like, a happy ending. It's still really great. I mean... makes me emotional. Because I just, I'll stop saying how I relate to it so much, because I do, and I already explained all that, but really awesome game. I'm definitely going to be looking in to see if the developers made any other kind of like similar style games or anything, because yeah, if they did, I'll for sure be putting those on my list as well. But yeah, if you want to play the game yourself, it's on Steam for free. I don't know if it's on anything else. If it is, I'll put it down in the description, as well as the link to it on Steam. Otherwise, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially if you made it this far. If you did make it this far, go ahead and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me if you did subscribe. I play plenty of games kind of like this and not like this. I try to have a varied catalog. If there are any games you want me to play or any games you recommend, please leave those down in the comments. I'd love to hear them. I'm usually pretty open to playing pretty much anything that someone tells me to play, so I'll be looking for those if anybody does. But you can go ahead and like the video if you liked it, share it with everybody and everybody if you so choose, and that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.